Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I will be diving into one of Vulnhub machines, which is Shenron 1. The link will be put into the description section below so that you can download and play the machine. Before we get started, however, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let's just get started. I will demonstrate how to enumerate and exploit Joomla CMS in this video. So now we can head over to Linux VM. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be netdiscover. Let's press enter. Of course, if the target is over internet, we cannot use netdiscover to identify the state of the target machine. We need to use other means such as a map. As you can see over here, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 164. And please don't get confused. The first IP address belongs to internal DHCP server of VirtualBox. And second one is assigned to host machine. In my case, is Windows host. So what are we going to do next? We need to perform port and self scanning with a map. To save time of this video, I've already done that before, so now we can get out its result. As you can see over here, I used the options like scene scan, the default script scan, and virtual scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. So then we can retrieve results when necessary. From the map scanning results, we can tell that the target has two open ports. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service or secure shell service, and also the version information open SSH and its corresponding version number 8.2. I don't think we can find any workable vulnerability. If you don't know about it, we can use such as Sprite or Google to make some research, open SSH, and also the version. As you can see, no results for this particular version of OpenSSH. And the second port number is 80, which is running HTTP service or hypertext transfer protocol. And also the version information Apache 2. So what are we going to do next? We need to enumerate web application both manually and automatically. Let's fire up the browser to do the manual enumeration first. We can put the IP address of the target into the address bar of the browser. Let's press enter, and we are presented by default Apache 2 page. And we can scroll down, nothing special here. And then we can right-click your mouse and to view page source. And we can scroll down because sometimes source code can leak something sensitive to us. But it's not this case. And next we can check to see whether this site has robots file or not. So we can use Q robots, not found. Next, we can use Nicto to do the automatic enumeration. I always use Nicto to begin or start automatic enumeration. And the Nigato, as you can see over here, can tell us about the version information, request header information, and also allowed HTTP methods, options, header, head, get, post. If the target application allows dangerous methods such as put, and then we can exploit this method to our advantage. Here, directory indexing found. So we can take a look at this discovered directory test. And there is one file, name is password. We can click. So lots of information are here. You are very near. And we cannot scroll down. But here is telling us, it's saying information are here. And you're very near. So I think we need to check its page source. And we can get a very important discovery, credentials admin, although we don't know where to use these credentials yet. But anyway, we can copy and paste or note down to another book. Next, I'd like to launch the Gobuster to do the directory enumeration. Gobuster can support different subcommands, and dir, which stands for directory, is one of them. Dir, and we can use -u to specify the URL of the target. And I'd like to autocomplete this command. So as you can see over here, I use the option of -w to specify the word list. Not like DRB, DIRB. This one, by default, has its built-in word list. But for Gobuster, we need to explicitly specify the word list to work properly. And also I use the -x option to specify the extensions like PHP, HTML, text, back. Although sometimes we need to specify additional extension depending on the context. Okay, so far Gobuster discovered or found Joomla. Joomla is similar to WordPress, one of important CMS. So now I think we can take a look at this directory. Joomla. So nothing here on the home page except the login form. We didn't see anything. I have already demonstrated Joomla CMS in the other videos. I think we need to make a deeper directory enumeration to find the administrators panel. So I'd like to interrupt the Gobuster and let me make a deeper enumeration with the directory Joomla. Joomla now is running Joomla CMS application. And almost immediately, we can find many subdirectories and files. All of them belong to, very classic Joomla applications. And also we can get to know administrator subdirectory. Usually this one should be administrator panel is located. So administrator, administrator. Let's press enter. And now I think we can know where to use these credentials, which we found in the source code. So we can copy this password to login, admin, and login. All right, so now we are in the Joomla's administrator panel. So what shall we do next? We need to upload our Webshell to the target. However, how to do? This one is very similar to WordPress. We can navigate to templates sections and templates. And then we can, if you check before, for example, Joomla, if you check its source code, we can know that now this application is built on this Protostar template. So I think I'd like to select this one. And then we can go to index or home page or default page. We can remove original code completely. This should be replaced by our own Webshell. I'd like to interrupt Gobuster. And I've already got this Webshell ready. You can get it from website of Pentest Monkey or some other locations. We can copy this Webshell. We can copy selection and paste over here, and then we can save. Now we can go back to the terminal window. We can set up the listener on the Kali Linux, waiting for collection from the target. Next, we just access the home page or home page of this application. Press enter, and now we can get the shell on the target. But this is not so interactive. We can use Python to upload it to interactive shell. And we need to check version of Python. Python 2 is not available on the target. So how about Python 3? Python 3 is there. So Python 3. And we can import PTY module, spawn method. Okay, so now also I'd like to export environment variable path. Oh, not the term. I'm confused. Xterm. After I define this environment variable term, then I can clear the screen when necessary to get a bigger space. For example, like a run clear. So my cursor will not be always at the bottom. Okay. So next, what shall we do next? We need to conduct local enumeration to make lateral movement or automatically upgraded the shell. We can go to the home directory. So the Jenny, the two normal users, permission denied, roam, permission denied. So we need to continue our enumeration, OPT. Also, we can check ID, OPT, nothing here. We can check backups directory, nothing here. And go to www direct. Oh, OPT. Oh, there is one file, passwords. But at this moment, the current user doesn't have permission to access this file. Let me go to www directory and go to HTML directory. Go to Joomla. And now we can, this is very similar to WordPress. If the target machine is running WordPress, in many cases, we should check the configuration file of WordPress. But in this case, should be this one. So we can cut out configuration file. And usually this file contains database collection credentials. Yes, even the user for database is Jenny. So I think it's very, very reasonable that we need to test this password to see whether this password is reused. So we can copy and switch to Jenny. And we can paste in here. It does work. Fantastic. So far, we have already made lateral movement successfully. Next, we can check SSH. We don't need it. We don't delete it. So how about next ID? So next, how to do? Maybe we can upload Nimpier shell script to do automatic enumeration, right? I've already got this script ready. In order to upload this script to the target, we can take this method by running Python 3 and the module http package.server module. Press enter, and it will use default port number of 88,000. So now we can use wget IP address of the Kali Linux. Then we can make it executable, and then we can run it. When we try to make lateral movement or privilege escalation, and if the target machine is Linux, we should take advantage of this script. You can get it from GitHub. If you have a problem of getting this script, please let me know in the comment box below. So it's done. Let's scroll up to see what kind of interesting information we can get from the output of this script. So the password, we have already used this password. SUID bit. Database. Hold on. I think I'd like to scroll down to the bottom. Yes, I think we just ignore it. Ignore this file. This is, although I think, do you remember, during manual enumeration, we have already found this file. At that moment, the user doesn't have permission to access or retrieve this file. But how about now we can copy and use ALH options together and Jenny. But the current user still don't have permission to access this file. Let's continue our scrolling. So what else we can utilize to make lateral movement or privilege escalation? This use, the Jenny can be switched to Shenron user. and without password of this user, right? So how to the next, the copy. So how about we can copy the public key to its home directory. Okay, so how to do? Let me show you in action. We can use the command SSH key generate. I want to save key pairs under the current working directory. So I'd like to copy the absolute path of current working directory and the name of the key, no passphrase. So now I think we can rename it to authorized keys, right? Authorized keys. Now we can use this web server on the Linux to upload to the target. Authorized keys, and I think we can change the mode to full permissions. Authorized keys, and then we can use the sudo with option of -u to specify the username and the copy authorized keys to home SSH directory. It's done. Now I think we can use this private key to SSH to the target. Okay, let's press enter. I think it's done. Now we can get the user flag without any difficulty. So we can run sudo again, but we are required to provide its password. At this moment, we do not have password. But again, do remember, on that directory, under that directory, we have already found one file which should contain the password. And yes, indeed, this file contains password for the user, Shenron. So now we can run sudo again, and we can copy its password, paste over here, and we can run apt to elevate privilege. The question is how to do it. We can go to the GTF OBIM's website, and there'll be 3 possible ways. But I'd like to tell you the first 2 methods do not work in this context. But except this one, we can copy and paste over here. Okay, fantastic. We have already made successful privilege escalation. And then we can grab the root or final flag without any issue. So to quickly recap, the key thing or key technique in this video is Joomla Exploitation, or how to upload Webshell to Joomla. Okay, and also I show you how to utilize different factors or vectors to make lateral movement and privilege escalation. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.